Hello everyone, welcome to Perky Amigos. So today is a new video about what is the new policy that has been revoked for the international students. So yay, that's a good news for all the international students over United States. So finally, I know that most of us are relieved because everybody was in panic situation. Everybody was like so scared, like what is exactly going to happen. What if your schools are never going to be online? They are going to be hybrid or in person, or maybe they are going to be online. Like what is going to really happen? So there was so much of hassle, but now I think like everything is fine right now, and we are happy. So let me quickly get into some of the insights about what has happened recently, and it makes me so overwhelmed. Okay, so I think the first thing first, the thing is the headline of the news. So before digging into the details of the news, let me first say that there was a policy which was released on July 6th by the USICE, that is the Immigration and Custom Enforcement. So they have filed a policy against the international students, like if their schools are going to be going for completely online, then those students may have to depart from the United States, and or they can transfer to different other school which have in-person classes, or else like they cannot stay in the United States for the further education. So that was such a shock, right? I made a video for that to know what was the rule about it, to know more details about the rule. But finally the good news is there. The news says that thing has been revoked. The administration has already revoked that news and has taken back. So for knowing the most of the details of it, stay tuned. Press the bell icon on your YouTube app now. Subscribe to Perky Amigos and never miss our latest videos. Stay tuned. So as the policy made on July 6th by the USICE said that the international students have to leave the country if their classes are going to be online. But thanks to the federal government and the lots of like 20 different schools who come together, and they have filed the lawsuit. They filed the lawsuit against the government policy, saying that they have to take back the international student back to their country. They filed the lawsuit saying that this policy about coming from the government is like they use like strong words, like this is strongly a political move made by the government to force the universities to go open their universities, their schools to in person in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic that is still going on. It's not over. The vaccine is not there. The people are still getting affected. The people are still dying. So that situation is not over. Still very much real is there. So but thanks to the God, thanks to the time that it has been solved. So there was a federal court which was held in Boston, and the decision was made, and the administration, the government finally has to take off the policy saying to revoke the international student back to their countries. And I think that's a sight of relief for all of us who are living here, because I know the time was like so hard for all of us. But so now coming to some more detail, some more like insights about the fact what has happened really. So what happened was the federal government, it gave a leeway to most of the schools, like during the coronavirus pandemic situation, they can have as much as online classes they want to. So some of the states, they were like mandatory for the schools to close and to go online if they want to, but they cannot have in-person classes. It is a risky situation if you go out like for the students to go out and study, and also for the faculty and the staff as well. So that was a rule made by the federal government. So the federal government has a power in USA to make some administrative rules. The thing is, as the Trump administration or the government, they made a policy that if the school are not going to open in person in the fall, or they're going to be completely online, the international students have to go back to their countries. So that was actually against the federal government rule, and that comes under the Violation of Administrative Procedure Act, APA. So that act primarily that says about that federal government has some powers to govern some rules and some policies. So that as the policy was made by the federal government to go online for the school in the situation of pandemic coronavirus, but the Trump government, as it said, to like try to violate that rule or that policy. But that was the main agenda behind doing the lawsuit by the different schools and the federal government. They coming all together. So that's why the federal court that was held in Boston, they finally decided that the lawsuit, I think that was accepted by the administration, that was accepted by the government, and everybody is like overwhelmed. Everybody is so happy that finally that policy has been revoked. So let me tell you, there are some big guys who were involved in this lawsuit, like some big schools like Harvard was there, like MIT was there, Stanford was there, California Institute of Technology, like those big guys were there. So different bigger school who have a majority of the population of international students, they came together and they fought for this lawsuit, and finally that happened, and this law is finally been taken off. This policy is taken off. So all the international students over there just feel safe, just take a breath of relief that everything is fine right now. So your prayers have been answered, so everybody is with you. Yeah, but there is a small change kind of thing, I will say, like that is still there. The thing is, the people who are about to come in this fall, if your school is having completely online, then you will not get a visa. That is the rule made by the US ICE. So the ICE says that if your school is completely online, the visa will not be granted. For that instant, you guys, whoever is planning to come to the United States for the this coming fall, please make sure that you contact your school DSOs. As I have already said in my previous video, that please, if you need more instance on what you need to do, go and watch my previous video. I have explained the thing that you need to talk to your DSOs, that is your designated school officials. You need to be in touch your international office. You need to ask them and know what they are thinking to do for the new situation of the coming fall session. So they must have outlined some of the facts, like how they are thinking about it. Accordingly, you apply or you choose to decide like what you want to do next. Other than that, I know like those who want to come in this fall, the situation is very, very, very difficult, and that's an awful thing. But we all are in this weird situation where the clouds of uncertainty and everything is so dark and so hazy that we cannot see what is next or what is going to happen next. So this video I want to make very short and very informative, and so I can give you all the data and all the latest report what has happened. So I guess most of the students who are still in United States, you guys have seen this rule. So the people who are still here in United States, all the international friends of mine, like we all are together, and finally that's a sight of relief. So we are fine, we are great. So let's see what happens next. So if then anything next comes in the news about new update or what is going to happen next, any new update, I'll get back to you and I'll have a new video on that. So I'll keep you posted. So if you have any comments, any suggestion, any question, anything that you want to say or ask, put your comments down below in the description, or you guys are more active in my social media asking me questions over there, so feel free to contact me over there. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, stay park here, and we are amigos for life. Tada. God bless you and take care.